Horik is not a very vengeful character, but something had to be done when it came to Jakub, raising an army, attacking foreign soil, and then declaring himself Count of Mecklenburg, which the villain has renamed Obotritia. No, Horik did need to do something, but he needed to do it in a manner where no one would dispute who is leading Holstein. It would be very unwise to revoke Jakub's title, as Öber argued. The man is capable and he does have loyalists in the army, nor removing him from the council as a marshal would really help much. No, this will take time to plan. The man is too dangerous to be removed directly, but also too dangerous to be left alone. So Horik would leave this to people more suited to this task than himself. Eskil, his brother and spymaster, might be the man to scheme a plan and solution for Horik's painful dilemma. Exactly what Eskil would do, Horik would rather not know, so he was by his own hand left in the dark. Indeed, a very worrying villain within our own borders this Jakub is, but he did gain us more ground, of course. Yes, we cannot deny that, which is arguably good news. If we were to look at the broader view, currently our armies are still raised. They are actually right here. We need them home in Lübeck, so we will move them over. Let's actually make sure that we are getting out of this view. So there we are getting home with our armies, and if we take a look a little bit further north, we do still have the wars up here in Norway and Sweden, which is not great, because that is actually leaving Denmark kind of crippled. Their armies are inside these, I don't know where they are exactly up here, but they are somewhere up here, and that is leaving Denmark kind of weak right now, which means we are kind of weak. Why? Well, the main reason is we only have one ally, and that is, of course, the Kingdom of Denmark. And if we again zoom out and take a look at around us, we do have some absolutely major players in this area. Well, not Anhalt. We made sure that Anhalt is not a big player right now. But we do have Lausitz, we do have Angria, and we do have a couple Ostfalen as well. They are bigger than us, and they could attack us any given moment. With only one ally, we are looking tasty. Let's just say that. The Danes have discovered battlements. Yes, so we have fortification buildings, or new ones that is. Also a new feudal contract and men-at-arms maintenance minus 5%. Lovely, and we are now working on the beliefs. So we will have further domain limit for all Danish people. That is gonna be good as well, but it's gonna take 14 years. And another thing that just happened, oh boy, we have some death inside the Elvin dynasty. One of them is Tekla Åsesdatter. Well, she's the only one right now, but yeah, that will happen from time to time, and she died of mysterious circumstances. Someone likely killed her. Now, here's the thing. We have a lot of vassals that are our dynasty, and things will happen out there in the smaller courts. We can't really control what happens out there. We have how many members? 26 members, and at least I don't know how many of them are not in our court, but we actually don't have many inside our court anymore. Most of them are with their families. So yeah, be prepared to check out the notifications and see people dying that are of our dynasty, because that will happen from time to time. Horik and Runa's first attempt to get pregnant did not succeed, but that is often how it goes. So good thing they are still young, so they can attempt again. Horik have gained enough experience to get a new perk, and it's gonna be learn on the job, which is gonna give us 20% of our counselor's primary skill added to our own. I think that's probably gonna be diplomacy, right? It's his brother Eskil, so I think it will be. Yeah, look at that. The numbers went up. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. An early morning, Bishop Över came by to tell some news. My liege, Jakub was found dead, murdered in the middle of the night in his bedchamber. Horik, he could not help but to smile a little, but was of course very disgusted by his own thoughts about it. Över, on the other hand, he continued to say, that it was believed that his son Marcus would be named the new Count of Mecklenburg. Ah, so that happened, huh? Jakob is dead. Well, he was murdered on the 1st of January, 1143. We do not know by who, but someone did us a favor, didn't they? So here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. He did have 2 children, and of course, as succession laws goes, his oldest son is inheriting the Bismarck area, or well, Mecklenburg, which he did already rename, and I think it is probably the mother, Lorna here, who is a Scots person, and apparently the children actually inherited her cultural group, so they are Scots and not Polabian like their father. So I think Ulrich is thinking, okay, well, children are probably easier to deal with than Jakob is, so he will let him sit there. He won't take this county from this young child. He will see how it develops, and they are, of course, having this lovely house called Bismarck. I actually really love that coat of arms that the game created, and it is funny that it is actually a house motto that is saying, dare to be cunning. Yeah, very, very daring their father was. And with Jakob dead, that does leave us 1 short in the council room, because he was our marshal, of course. We didn't like him, right? I mean, well, I definitely didn't like him, and apparently I didn't like him either, because I got him killed somehow. I'm not too sure how that happened, but, well, I am, but yeah, I'm not gonna tell you. Yeah, we need a new marshal. So, who will that be? Well, we don't really have anyone that is nearly as good as Jakob was. Maybe Mayor Severin here. He's homosexual. Okay, well, I don't think that has to do with anything when it comes to being a marshal, but he's 39. He is... yeah, I mean, I think I'm swaying him right now. We don't really like him. Do we want to put someone on the council that we don't like? I don't think so. I think I'll rather just put maybe... Countess Ursa on there. She's not very good, but we could move Eskil over there, or someone who actually got a little bit more in martial. I think we will put our sister in there. I just think we will probably move these around a bit. Let's see if we can move them around. Let's see. Do we have anyone we could reassign? What would she be good at, actually? She would be okay in nothing. She's just not a very good character, is she? Could we like... yeah, I don't know. It's let's swap around. She at least got 7. Okay, let's swap them around. 10 here, and then maybe move Eskil down here. I don't know if Eskil will be any good down here. Not really, but I mean 9, 9, 10, 23. This is not great. This is absolutely not great. I think we'll move these 2 around as well. Swap. This is Groot. Can we find Groot? There they are. Let's move them down there. Yeah. Okay. So she's gonna become our spy master here, Ursa. I think I'm okay with that. We will rather have a little bit of a better diplomatic counselor up here. So this is how it's. I don't know. It's not great, but we can't really do anything else right now. We have to have our sisters and brothers in here. It's gonna be important for us. Ulrich and Runa is not very successful when it comes to baby making, but at least no one can blame them for not trying. 3rd time is the charm, as you say. A difficult-looking man demands an audience with us. My name is Dan. You may have encountered my beautiful sculptures on the calvaries next to the roads on your domain. I thought you might want to become my benefactor. Indeed, as my name has become quite famous among your subjects, both of us could benefit from this partnership. A proof of my good faith, I would create a unique and masterful sculpture for you to display wherever you wish, showing your immense piety to the world. Oh well, okay, well, Ulrich is of course a very social and also very compassionate soul, so I think he would agree to this. Yes, it sounds like a great opportunity as well, so 39 gold and Dan moves into our court. Alright, let's see what happens here. Ah, what do we have here? Apparently Conrad is coming to us as well. My Duke, you are currently in possession of something, someplace, that should be mine. My committed cousin Count Conrad has come before me, insisting that I grant him the county of Lübeck. What? Are you crazy, mate? I thought we were friends. You're not gonna get it. Why would I give away our most... No, why would I do that? You should receive what you ask. No, I'll see what I can do. Conrad will remember your promise, and he will be grateful it is kept. No, Lübeck belongs to us. This is... Conrad, come on, man. Your father was Frenne, right? And you had Rostock. Yeah? Yeah, you have County of Rostock. You're not gonna get Lübeck. Are you crazy, mate? I don't know, but this is definitely pulling us in a direction where Conrad is not someone we can trust anymore. That's for sure. Dan comes back with the product of his labor. You inspect the statue from head to toe. This is Virgin Mary. Her hands are joined in prayer and her eyes are closed. The sculpturing is sharp with a complex veil covering Mary's head and falling over her shoulders. This is how everyone should see her when listening to the liturgy. I have no idea what that word means. Liturgy. I have to look that one up after this. Whoa, let's take a look here. Famed pedestal item, court artifact. Oh, it's a court artifact. We do not have a court, do we? No. But if we do get a court in the future when we become a kingdom, hopefully, we will have this one, which is giving us piety and piety per night as well, and same faith opinion. That's actually not a bad item. That was probably worth the money, to be honest, and it will be, because it's, I don't know what it's made of, but it will actually have a very long durability, 100 years of durability. That's pretty good. All right, thank you, Dan. That was probably worth it, actually. Yeah, love to see it. We also gain 150 prestige. Okay, and we become the owner of Mary Effigy. Lovely. The temple holding in Kolding is finally completed, so 5 years later, and we do have a new Bishop E here of Kolding who is taking over. I think we'll let him do that. He is Danish and he's Catholic, of course. We don't really like him, and it doesn't look like he likes us a whole lot either, but I'll let him keep it for now. So yes, a new temple holding is finally completed here in Stade, so that is brilliant. For a second time in his lifetime, Horik is moving further down into the Holy Roman Empire to find himself in the halls of his liege to, of course, make a petition. So let's see what exactly Pierre, the Emperor, is gonna choose this time. Well, it's actually our choice, but let's see. We got the council appointment. I don't really think that's really good. We do have the county. Yes, the urbanized county. I think we're gonna go with that one. A city holding in Stade. Well, yeah, I think that's just the best one to go for. And I do believe that is what Horik would come down here to gain. More cities for his counties. Yes, that seems like the best option. Let's go with it. Eventually he addresses me, make some good arguments, but if I am to agree with your request, blah blah blah, we have heard it before. Yes. Alright, so what is the offer here? It is of course a weak hook again. So that weak hook the last time actually did make sure that we had higher levy contribution to the Kaiser. Would he raise... I don't know if it's actually a good idea to do this. Should we try and convince him? Should we try and convince him and use a bit of our prestige to convince him? We haven't tried that instead of gaining this weak hook. Or him getting this weak hook on us. I think we'll try and see if we can gain something without actually losing more than prestige here. Let's see what he's gonna say. The Emperor turns back to me, his attention already moving elsewhere. I need to do something. Ah, okay, so we didn't actually manage it. There is this, I know, just a thing to trip Boleslav up. Okay. Or we could go with the learning, so that's a 50-50. Ah. Yeah, I think we'll go by some learning here. You must see the wisdom here, right? Let's try that and see what happens. It did not. Nothing will be refunded. Oh, so it did start the construction. We won the 50-50. We won the dice roll. Thank you. Thank you, game. Lovely. So we have a Bodixa. Bodixa? Yeah, that's probably something he has to think about when it comes to renaming. I don't think that sounds very Danish, does it? But we do have a construction here now. A couple of days later, Horik called the councillor and bishop to take note of the new name. Our new name in study shall be called Guestland. And there we have it, Guestland getting constructed in 5 years' time, which is a reference to the name in German, Gästeland, which they now use in the city, or actually I think it's a compilation of a couple of different cities. I believe they did this in 2015 and onwards. And if you were wondering, yes, the Danish word that I'm using here does mean guest, or a visitor. It is spelled guest in Danish, so I believe this place is a place with a lot of travelers, probably. My lord, my Bishop Övar approaches me with urgency. A local merchant has a copy of the influential Regular Pastrolais, but refuses to sell it to me. If you make him see the error of his way, I would be in your debt. I'm not gonna try and pronounce anything Latin again, because that was absolutely butchered by me. So what will this do? I will make sure to get a book. Book gets to you, okay. This book sounds interesting. This sounds like you have a problem. I guess we kind of like Övar. I mean, sort of. Not really, but sort of. I guess we will, because we are compassionated. We will try and get him this book. So that will cost us 50 gold. Wowzer, for a book. You gain 25 learning, lifestyle experience. You get a weak hook on Övar. It's probably not that helpful, but whatever. The other one would give us learning, and this one would give us -10 opinion. Okay, well, we are gonna go with the I will make sure the book gets to you. As I was saying, yes, third time is a charm. Fate smiles upon me. My wife, Princess Runar, is bearing my child. Finally, it happened. Good news. But apparently, good news are followed by bad news. Yes, Count Tekla Togesdatter is dead. She died of cancer. Well, that is annoying. Well, I don't know if it's annoying, but that's a shame, isn't it? Well, yeah, she was our cousin. She was a pretty good character. Not really, but she was also our steward. So we do have a need for a new steward, and we of course also have a new vassal, which is his or her oldest son, Count Ragnar Tiklason. There we go. Now he is also very good in stewardship, so we will probably just replace her with him. Lovely. He does seem to like us. No, that's our opinion of him. So we do actually like this guy. I feel like that might be fairly good to just appoint him directly here. He seems to be a very, very good steward guy, stewardship guy, charismatic negotiator as well, renowned steward. Yeah, he's reckless, so he's also fairly good in, well, I don't know if he's actually good in combat, but he got 13 in prowess, so also a fairly good knight as well. Great news in terms of that, not her dying, of course. We don't like that at all, but we will appoint him to be the new steward. That is at least something we can gain from the unfortunate death of Tekla. A new perk is available, which is gonna be the sanctioned loopholes. Yes, so we can buy claim interactions. I don't know if we're ever gonna make use of it, but we will have it available, and it's one closer to the scholar, which is of course the final goal. After that, I actually don't know where we're gonna go. I think Whole of Body seems like the obvious choice here. I don't think he is much of a zealous person, so I don't think we'll go down the theologian kind of tree. No, I think we'll go into Whole of Body and probably make him a fairly healthy person. With a tired yet blissful smile, Una presents me with a perfect little son. Who will you become, my child, and what shall I call you? Oh boy, we have a son, yes? Ritlef. Yeah, let's not go with that. I do not like that name. So let's go out and go here and see what I decided. Unger, yes. He's gonna be named Anger Elvin. Yes, that is his name. So let's actually click him just so we can see him a little bit further here. Anger Horiksen Elvin is his name. He do not have any traits. Unfortunately not. But that is how it goes when it's gonna become your player here. Well, actually... Oh, I forgot to pause the game, so we do actually have a crackle. Oh god, Anger is already sick. Oh, are you kidding me, game? Oh no! All babies cry, but with little Anger, there is no end to the tears. I desperately want the midwife to ease my worries, but her furrowed brow makes everything worse. Your son is not gaining weight as he should. We will take good care of him, my lord, but in the end, his life is in God's hands. Oh, well, I thought we had a good time here, but no, he is sickly. And I know how often that the sickly will die with my mods on. They die very often, I can tell you. That is not great. He will have a severe penalty. Hopefully he will survive it, but who knows, who knows. Oh, well, I was so happy to see that we finally got a son, and now we could lose it all again. We could lose him again. Oh man, what a terrible thing to happen. Okay, well, it is what it is, guys. An envoy from Poland came to visit the court today. As it turns out, it was a very interesting proposal. It was a betrothal, yes, between our son and the Princess of Poland. Horik had almost forgotten the importance of children when it came to the diplomatic relations. As it happens, the Polish king was looking for allies within the borders of the Holy Roman Empire, and this was of course an opportunity that Horik could not slide past him. And of course Horik is gonna sign the document that is gonna be the proposal of the betrothal here between our son and the Princess Ludmilla of Poland. So yeah, we will become allied with the King Sigmund of England. He's 45. And he is extremely powerful compared to us, so it will be well to our advantage, but I guess the king is looking for allies. So yeah, we will send the proposal, or well, he actually sent it to us, but we're role-playing it the other way around. So there we go, it should go through soon enough. Let's actually take a look at Poland. They are currently in a war with... Oh, actually it's a civil war. Maybe that's why he were looking for a bit of a ally outside of Poland. Could be, maybe he will call us to arms soon enough. And that is exactly what happened. We are now allied to him and he is calling us in to his war, and we will naturally accept it. In terms of the other war that we are also in, when it comes to Norway and Sweden, it's been going on for 10 years now, and I do still believe, I mean, it is a very even fight, isn't it? If we were helping in again, they would probably win at Norway, but we don't really care. Horik doesn't care because he's not really allied to Norway. His father was, but he's not. So the war up there, yeah, he doesn't really care about it. And to be honest, I would probably prefer a mod where we could get out of wars like this, because it doesn't make a lot of sense being in them. But there is no way to get out of wars when you're inside them. So it is what it is. Maybe I'll look up a mod that can do that in the future. But for now, well... yeah, we will just let the war up there go its ways. Now, we will absolutely help out Poland, our new allies, and it does seem they have a couple of fights over here. But yeah, I will get in on the action, I will raise the armies. There we are, they will get raised, they will move in this direction. I'll probably try and siege a couple of the territories here near the western border of Poland to help Poland out instead of going all the way over there, but we'll see what happens here in this war. Leaded by Eskil, our brother here, we have sieged down Volyn, and we will... I don't know, what would Eskil do? He seems to be a murderer, so... he will probably just go in and pillage this place, yeah. Probably so. We will actually, because we are compassionated, we would actually lose stress because of that. I guess actually, now when I think about it, Horik would probably tell his commanders to not really do anything about the non-combatants. Yeah, he would definitely not do anything too drastic here, because the Polish people are allied to us now, kind of, at least the king is. These parts of the Polish Upper Silesia here is of course not, but I don't think Horik would actually go in and slaughter people. He is a very compassionate man about his people, and others, apparently, so there we go. One of the longest sitting members in our court, Baldur, has died. He was our court tutor. Yeah, he died in his sleep, so he is gone. Now, should we get a new tutor? I actually do believe so. Court tutor right here, 0.75. That is actually quite a significant amount of money. But I do believe we should have one, so I guess, yeah, I mean, we are in war, so the minus up here is of course from that, because we have raised armies. Who are we gonna appoint? We do have Höther Bjarkesen here, who looks fairly good. We also do have Algisi, I can't pronounce that, that's impossible. I think we're gonna go with Höther Bjarkesen here. Yeah, he looks fairly good at it. I think we'll appoint him. Sure, why not? So there we go, a new court tutor. No, not someone we actually know a whole lot about. He is of House Löwenfeld, which is one of the bigger houses within our little duchy, but yeah, not a character we have seen too much about, but now he is definitely our tutor. It does look like that our brother Eskil is actually scheming against us here, because he have made a faction against us to actually put himself on the throne of Wallachia. That is problematic, because of course if we were to lose Wallachia, the kingdom or the duchy would split up. We don't have a kingdom. The duchies would split up. So if he is actually competent enough to gain enough men here, he do have Rostock with him and of course himself. So we might need to worry a little about that situation. Yeah, he wants the Duchy of Wallachia for himself, and I can't really blame him. He was probably promised that from, you know, birthrights, and then we changed the laws, and here we are. He still wants it. At the age of 44, he is not done with this. Let's see how this develops, but I am concerned about it. And we have the final perk available now here in the lifestyle tree. Scholar it is. What exactly is it actually giving? +5 learning, hostile scheme success chance +10, personal scheme success chance +10, and development growth 15. Lovely. We will be staying inside the learning tree, but I think we will move over to medicine focus and then move in the whole of body kind of down this tree when we get the next perk. While the war continues in Poland and his brother is scheming to take one of his duchies from him, Horik does find time to be with his family, especially now with a little new. Is it wrong to be a compassionate man? No, and maybe it would be for the better to let his brother take over Wallachia, so there would be no internal dynasty conflicts. It is hard to tell for Horik. And it could become a drama that he don't want, but it won't happen in this episode. As this one is coming to an end, and I do hope you enjoyed it, leave a like if you did, and I will see you around next time.